What are some clever ways to mess with people with expensive cars who consistently park in 2 parking spots? This dude with a white Porsche Cayenne kept hogging 2 parking spots every single day. Like, this guy would literally park diagonally across both spaces, and the worst part? He'd do it during the busiest hours when everyone was coming home from work. Everyone in the building was pissed. Old couples would have to park 3 blocks away just to get to their apartment. Single moms with kids would be carrying groceries across the street because this selfish jerk needed extra space for his precious car. I complained to the property manager twice, but she just shrugged and said he pays his rent on time, so whatever. But then I started noticing something weird about this guy. Every time it rained, he'd cover his license plate with a plastic grocery bag. At first I thought maybe he was just protecting it from getting dirty or something, but then I realized, who does that? That's not normal. So one day while I was walking my dog, I dropped an AirTag under his rear bumper. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I was curious. Over the next 3 weeks, I started tracking where this guy went. And let me tell you, his routine was suspicious as hell. He'd drive to different grocery store parking lots across the city, stay for like 10 minutes, then leave. Sometimes he'd hit 3 stores in one day. But here's the crazy part. I started following him with my car to see what he was actually doing. This dude was running insurance scams. I watched him use a bottle of red nail polish to paint fake scratches on his car, then take pictures. He'd move to different spots in the parking lot and stage these fake accidents. I even caught him on video wiping off the nail polish after taking his photos. So I started collecting evidence. I took pictures of him doing his fake damage routine, screenshots of his driving routes from the AirTag data, and even dashcam footage of him covering his license plate before his scam runs. I had like 40 photos and 3 videos of this fraud operation. Then I did some digging online and found out he'd been filing insurance claims for minor parking lot accidents all over the city. Always small stuff, nothing major, but enough to get a few $100 each time. Smart enough to stay under the radar, but stupid enough to do it in his own neighborhood. I bundled everything up, the photos, videos, tracking data, even screenshots of his social media posts showing off his unlucky scratches, and sent it anonymously to his insurance company. I also sent a copy to this local investigative reporter who'd been doing stories about insurance fraud. The reporter actually called me back within 2 days. She was super interested and said they'd been looking for cases exactly like this. Within a month, there was a whole news segment about parking lot insurance fraud, and they used my evidence as the main story. 2 weeks after that aired, I came home from work and saw a tow truck outside our building. They were hooking up the white Porsche. I asked the driver what was going on, and he just said the car was being seized as evidence in a fraud investigation. Word spread around the building pretty fast. Turns out this guy had been under investigation for months, and my evidence package was what finally gave them enough to press charges. He moved out the next week, probably couldn't afford rent anymore without his scam income. But here's my favorite part. The day after his car got towed, I went to the hardware store and bought 2 orange traffic cones. I set them up in his old double parking spots with a handwritten sign that said reserved for fraud recovery vehicles.